What's up, family? Listen, man, I'm doing this video, man. I'm going to address this nigga called Tmot of GA. Tmot of GA, alright? And this is not a specific video response to him and shit. This is basically a response to all his videos, alright? And, the message that I want to convey to you all is that Tmot of GA is a false prophet. This nigga got a big ass banner on his channel. I'm a different kind of minister. Nigga, there's only one type of minister that you can be. There's no such thing as a minister that drink and curse. Alright, you ain't no goddamn minister. If you say that, if you gonna call yourself a minister, you can't switch it up. There is no in between, if you're gonna follow the scriptures. Now, I'm not a Christian. Alright, yeah, I used to be, but let me tell you this. What I do hate is you false leeching pimp ass ministers that are manipulating black people with your bullshit. Alright? And you're doing one thing, in one aspect you're out here living like a sinner, and then on the other hand you some type of anointed prophet. That's some fucking bullshit. There's no way that you could, because the Bible, anybody that know the goddamn Bible, knows, can see right through your transparent ass. Because number one, Galatians lays out the fruits of the Spirit. You don't represent the fruits of the Spirit. Alright, because I've seen you get angry. I've seen you threaten motherfuckers. You threatened JT Rally 1 to kick his ass. I've seen you use curse words. Alright, I've seen you get quick-tempered. You a quick-tempered motherfucker. Alright? Whether you like it or not, you got a goddamn temper, nigga. And, like I said, I've seen you use profanity, man. And when you look at the Bible, number one, you have to be called to preach. And why the fuck would somebody call somebody like you? Why would God call you to preach? When you're behaving like an animal. There may be some wisdom in what you say in some of your videos. I don't have a problem with that, but I do have an issue when you try to mix it up and call yourself a prophet. That's what I have an issue with, man. And I don't give a damn if I got 3 subscribers or 3 million. This is my opinion, nigga, and I don't give a damn if you like it or not. And I'm not trying to get no popularity or piggyback off your success. They ain't got shit to do with it. You put yourself out here on YouTube, then you are subject to criticism. That's how it go down, man. All right, and I don't give a fuck if you had 1 subscriber. I still would have done this fucking video. All right, so I get tired of motherfuckers say, "Well, you just attacking me because you trying to get popular." This ain't got a goddamn thing to do with that, man. It has to do with you. And like I said, man, the Bible clearly lays out the qualifications of a bishop, and you represent none of them. Alright, because the Bible says in Timothy that a bishop is not supposed to be quick-tempered. You're a quick-tempered ass nigga. The Bible says in Timothy that a bishop should not be one to fight and argue. You argue with motherfuckers and you threaten motherfuckers. Alright? I've seen you threaten people. So ain't no way in hell, you get on here and you did a video talking about Jesus called you to preach. Man, fuck that shit. That's a goddamn lie. You challenge niggas, man. You challenge motherfuckers to meet you. What kind of motherfucker would put his family in jeopardy? You have a fucking family. Why the fuck would you mention your address where you work at on YouTube? Who does that type of shit? What kind of pastor does that? What kind of pastor says, "Come to my place of business and meet me and see me face to face"? If you want to do something, you a minister, nigga? You a gangster minister, huh? You said, you know what? You one of them ministers, man. You probably carry a 4-5 and shit. Probably smoke a little weed on the side and drink and shit, and want to preach the Bible, man. That's the kind of nigga you are, man. One of them type of cats that been in prison and shit, learn the Bible, want to come out with a message. But all that shit still in you, man. All that hustling, all that evil, that sinfulness is still in your ass. Because the Bible says, man, once you get washed, you are a new person. I don't see that in you at all, man. I see a gangster pimp, man. That's what you are. Them gangster hats you be wearing, that jewelry you be wearing. You a gangster. You a gangster preacher, man. That's the kind of minister you is, man. But you're not a real one. I've met real ministers, man. They walk the walk, man. They talk it and they walk it. They don't curse. They don't get drunk. They don't threaten people with violence. Alright? As a minister, man, you're supposed to walk like Jesus did. The same way he carried himself. He was a non-violent person. Alright? He never engaged in confrontation. He never challenged nobody to a fight. He turned the other cheek. You don't do that shit. Come see me. Nigga, fuck you, man. A different kind of minister, nigga. You need to take that banner down, man. And just call yourself a philosopher. That's what the fuck you are, man. You are a suburban black motherfucker that has so-called wisdom to give to other people. And I don't downplay what you do for the community, man. Alright? I don't downplay that. But you one of them so-called black people that have made it, you know, and if you want to call middle class, you know, live in the suburbs, and you look down on motherfuckers because you are an arrogant, pompous bastard. The way you talk to people on your channel, you know, and you feel like you know everything. No one knows more than Tmot. You challenge Tmot, he'll block your ass. You know, not necessarily if you come on his channel and disrespect him, but if you challenge Tmot, he will block you. So a motherfucker that think he know everything, that's another quality that a bishop not supposed to have, is arrogance. Being conceited. How the fuck can you be conceited and you a minister? So, you know, that's my video, man. You know, I hope people watch this shit and recognize it for what it is, man. This nigga is a false fucking prophet. He is not no fucking minister, man. Real talk. Go look it up yourself. Go read Timothy and look up the qualifications of a bishop. You can Google that shit and it'll tell you right there. This motherfucker does not exemplify none of those fucking characteristics. And that's my video.
It's the brother you love to hate with a new song. So what really goes on? Nothing but a come up. But ain't that a trip? They hate to see a young brother rich. But I refuse to switch even though. Cause I can't move to the snow. Cause soon as y'all get some dough, you wanna put a white trick on your elbow. Moving out your neighborhood, but I walk through the ghetto. And the flavor's good, little kids jumping on me. But you wanna be white and corny. Living way out, fool go home. Spray painted on your house. Trying to be a devil, that's true. But ask yourself, who are they to be equal to? Get the hell out. Stop being an Uncle Tom, you little sellout. House nigga scum. Give something back to the place where you made it from before you end up broke. Mess around and get your ghetto pass revoked. I ain't saying no names. You know who you are, you little punk. Be true to the game.
Yeah, you ain't nothing but a buster. You know that? I was thinking about getting you the other day, but I said nah. You know, I knew you grew up in the hood and everything, but you don't come back no more, homie. Thinking about taking you out. That's real.
When you first start rhyming, it started off slow, but then you start climbing. But it wasn't fast enough, I guess, so you gave your other style a test. You was hardcore hip-hop. Now look at yourself, boy, you done flip-flop, giving our music away to the mainstream. Don't you know they ain't down with the team? They just sent they boss over, put a bug in your ear, and now you're crossover on MTV, but they don't care. They'll have a new nigga next year. Out in the cold, no more white fans and no more soul. And you might have a heart attack when you find out the black folks don't want you back. And you know what's worse? just like the sucker in the first verse. Stop selling out your race and wipe that stupid looking smile off your face. Blacks always gotta show they teeth. Now I'ma be brief, be true to the game.
Look at you, man. Used to be cock diesel, now top goes the weasel. Always knew you was a mark. That's on the real, homie. Used to be hardcore, now you just went off. Just like they said, give a dog a bone, watch him go fetch. He went out like a bad knee.
A message to the Oreo cook. Find a mirror and take a look, G. Do you like what you see? But you're quick to point the finger at me. You wanna be the big fish, you little guppy. Black man can't be no yuppie. You put on your suit and tie and your big clothes. You don't associate with the Negro. You wanna be just like Jack, but Jack is calling you a monkey behind your back. So back off, genius. I don't need you to correct my broken English. You know that's right. You ain't white.